Alright, hello everybody. Let's get started with our forecast update and we'll go ahead and take a look outside at our station. Hope you're all having a great evening, and looks like my viewers just dropped off to nothing. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Hopefully we get our viewers back, because this is kind of crazy paying that kind of money a month and it not even have no viewers on here. So go ahead and get started. Maybe everybody will come back. Something might happen. Currently 78 degrees here at our station. Not looking too bad out there. Let me double check, make sure everything is working properly, and it is. Want to double check. So 77 degrees here at our station. Let's move on up to Geraldine. Looks like they're at 77 as well. Let's go on to the west toward Albertville. Looks like there's 78, between 78 and 76 degrees. We'll go on up here a little bit further north toward Langston. Looks like they are sitting at 73, a little bit cooler up there thanks to all the rain that they've had up there. A lot of rainfall the past few days, especially up in Jackson and around Marshall counties. That's mainly due to where that boundary is kind of stalled out just to the west, so it's a little bit closer to them. Good bit of rainfall, though, a little bit to the west of us. They've had some rainfall today, but unfortunately at our station, we haven't had a drop of rain neither day. So that's not looking good at all rainfall-wise. Let's look at the wind gust out there. Calm at the moment. Looks like there's a little bit of a storm going on here near Guntersville. 11-mile-per-hour winds. Looks like up around Scottsboro, 3 miles per hour. Overall, no big deal with any of that. So it looks like my viewers came back. So good to see everybody. Let's jump to Doppler radar. And again, if you're in Marshall County, you got a lot of showers and storms coming in. Once again, as we've seen the past few nights, over here at our station, nothing. We've been missing out on all of it. Hope that changes soon. According to the model outlooks, it will. A little storm near Guntersville there, noting that he's looking at the wind speeds, 11 miles per hour. A little bit of hail showing up in that storm there north of Guntersville. Overall, no big deal. Just some gusty winds maybe out of that. ARAB, some shower, thunderstorm activity as well. All this is going to be due to this stalled out system right here. A stalled out area of low pressure. Just continuously has rounds and rounds of storms come in, and that's going to be the pattern that hangs out with us for at least until next week. Now, we're talking a lot of rain. Now, the areas that haven't seen any rain, the ones that do are going to get a lot of it. So I just want to throw that out there. Those that get rain is going to get a ton of it, and it looks like we all will get some rainfall, thankfully. So let's look at our sky cams out there, looking at Boaz, actually, right now, taking a look at that. Not any rainfall on that camera at the moment. Let's move on down to Albertville. We'll take a look at that camera really quick. And again, hope everybody's having a good day. Share the stream. Make sure you do, because we're not getting out nowhere near what we should be getting out. We should be getting out to hundreds of people. We're only getting out to a few. So make sure you share our stream and check it out. But looking at our tower cam, you can see those storms on off to the northwest. Overall, though, no rain here at our station. So let's move forward. And yes, I fixed the forecast outlook. That was a mess. Yeah, that was a mess. Anyway, let's get on with it. So Friday, showers and thunderstorms likely. We'll get into the discussion a little bit more here in a minute, because there's some more to come with it. Showers and storms likely, then showers, possibly a storm after 4 p.m. High near 79, south-southeast wind 5 to 10 miles per hour, but gust up to 20. Chance of rain 70% tomorrow. Saturday, showers and storms likely with a high near 80, south-southwest wind around 5 miles per hour. Chance of rain 80%. Sunday, showers and storms again. More storms after 1 p.m. High near 81. Chance of rain 80%. Monday looks like showers and storms again. High near 80. Chance of rain 90%. Tuesday, showers and storms likely. Mostly cloudy with a high near 81. Chance of rain is 70%. So let's get into the discussion a little bit. So this is what the trends and stuff has been showing. I broke all this down as quickly as I could into one photo. Of course, can't break down a lot because it's a small photo. But here's what we've got. So rainfall outlook, Thursday, May 21st, switch today to Tuesday, May 26th. Storms and heavy rainfall threat. That's what we're looking at. Rainfall outlook, 2 to 4 inches, possibly locally higher amounts, North Alabama. Yeah, that's a lot of rain, and some of the model outlooks are showing more than 4 inches of rain. But that's into next week. Get into that in a minute. Storm timing, mainly Friday night into Saturday. That's our first big batch that we're going to be dealing with. Of course, we got some right now, but it picks up supposedly Friday night into Saturday. First big batch coming in. Monday into Tuesday, next round of storms expected. Discussion, persistent Gulf moisture and flooding risk increases. So that's what we're watching. The threat of flooding. Also, let's break this down too because we need to mention this. Storm Prediction Center has went out and put a severe risk in place for Friday, which tomorrow already. Level 1 marginal risk, all of North Alabama. Threat of some tornadoes. That threat exists mainly for areas around, I know this is confusing, so I'm just going to say, if you're in North Alabama, you got a low threat of tornadoes tomorrow, but the higher threat will be along and west of I-65. 2% risk there. Still can't rule out an isolated tornado in Northeast Alabama either. That's just what we're watching. Low tornado risk, 2%. Something to watch. Friday, also mentioning the threat of damaging winds. Damaging wind threat seems to be better. It's along I-65 and east, so we're looking at more of a damaging wind threat in northeast Alabama for tomorrow, but only 5% risk. So overall, very low threat of severe weather, but not zero. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're going out tomorrow. You know, you may need to be weather aware because there is a low threat of severe weather by the newest Storm Prediction Center outlooks. They came out around, I think, 2 o'clock today. So let's look at the rainfall totals. So we'll start out for Friday. Looks like close to an inch of rain as we get through Friday. So close to an inch possible. As we get on into Saturday, you can notice that goes up a little bit. So rainfall totals, you know, getting close to 2 inches by Saturday. So pretty good round of storms come in. Sunday, those models starting to bring it up a little bit higher, up to 2 inches in some areas as we get on into Sunday. So rainfall really picks it up. Now look at this. This is the total outlook by the European models for going on into the 30th, which will be next Saturday, next weekend. Models are thinking by the time we're done with all this rain, now that's from now all the way to the 30th, that's a good stretch. This could be wrong and it could be right. Models are thinking much of North Alabama sees anywhere between 4 and 5 inches of rain with 6 inches possibly further northwest. Now, that's a lot of rain. A lot of rain. So again, it's going to depend on a lot, but that's what we're looking at with this stalled out system. There's a possibility that we could see rainfall totals up to 5 inches. Not all areas will see rainfall totals that high. As you notice, there's some areas that's lighter in color across the area, some of them darker. Those lighter colors indicate rainfall totals probably closer to 3 and 4 inches, and the other darker colors indicating 5 inches of rain, maybe a little more. So those darker areas indicating more rainfall. So keep in mind, lots of rain and storms on the way. Now, looking at your 6 through 10 day temperature probability outlook, that's valid the 27th through the 31st time frame. We average out temperature-wise, so it's not going to be miserably hot like what we just had. So, thank goodness. I was already tired of that. Looking at the rainfall, of course, 27th through the 31st, just well above average chances of rain. Like, I'm going to say that's probably around 70% chance above average, maybe a little bit more than that. I can't really see the chart, but I'm going to say it's about 70% chance above average, so it's going to rain, that's for sure. 8 through 14 day, looking ahead to the 29th and the 4th of June already. We warm up a little bit, slightly above average chances for temperatures to be above average, so just slightly above average. Let's just say that. It's not too bad. We do warm up a little bit. Looks like we could see some rain even then, so the rainfall outlook well above average even between the 29th and 4th of June time frame. So, I want to mention that. Now, I do want to go back to radar again. And we'll check that radar outlook, or check the radar out one more time. That little storm near Guntersville there, I was paying attention to it, so I want to look at that again. Just double check, because I've seen some hail with it. So we'll go ahead and track that since I'm done with the forecast. Don't want to wrap it up just yet till I check this storm here. Probably nothing. But I just want to be sure anyway. You know, can't never tell these days. Go ahead, bring the velocity back up here. So yeah, there is a little bit of some rotation with that. That's a heavy little core there with that storm, but again, it's nothing crazy, but it did catch my eye there when I was in the background looking at the radar. So hang on just a second. I'm going to pull up a secondary radar. It's a lot more in depth, I think, than that one. I guess it's in depth to me because I've used it for so many years, but let's go ahead and look at that. Yeah, there is some broad rotation with that storm there near Guntersville. So, again, how high up that is, I'm not sure. because fact is I cannot tell how high up we are, but there is some broad rotation in that storm there near Guntersville. So not sure if anybody's seeing anything near Guntersville. There is a little bit of some rotation with it, so just want to throw that out there. It is broad, nothing too crazy, but it's showing up. So just want to throw that out there. It grabbed my eye. So we're going to watch that for a minute. Let me switch these radars out real quick. Give me just a second here. So yeah, there's our little storm near Guntersville. Again, just keeping an eye on it for a minute. While we're live here, I will watch that just to be sure. So let me check my level. See, I believe we're at our lowest tilt. So we are at tilt 1. That's as low as we can go with it. Let's go a little bit higher with it. Just for my curiosity. So yeah, even tilt 2 is a little bit higher up. Tilt 1. Going back down as low as we can go. There's still some there, so I'm going to watch that. I'm trying to get my radio to come up here. Okay, so that went away pretty quickly. That's good. No, it's still showing it. Not as bad. So looks like that's just to the west of Guntersville. Let me look at it on the reflectivity here and see if I notice anything. Yeah, there is a little bit, I can tell. Nothing organized with it though. I mean, really, it's not anything organized. It's probably not going to do anything, but it's worth watching. So it looks like there's a little bit of a hail core with it, so there could be a little bit of hail with that storm. So bear with me. I'm trying to get our radio to come up. I'm having to connect it. But yeah, this is not anything organized at all. Like, this is far from it. Okay, get back to my radio here. So again, I don't want everybody scared to death thinking there's going to be a tornado, because this storm does not look anything like that, but it's just something I'm watching. I'm trying my best to get this doggone thing to work. Station 58 JCEMA, you see that little storm there near Guntersville? I'm looking at it right now. There was some very, very broad rotation with it. Yeah, I'm thinking that's pretty high up by the way that's looking. So I'm not. That's definitely doesn't look like it's you know, going on the ground or nothing like that. It looks like it's pretty high up in the storm, to be honest. And there is some hail in it too. So there's nothing for this storm. It's not warned at all. It's just something I'm keeping an eye on. And it doesn't look, you know, very good at all, but just a little bit there. So I'm keeping an eye on it just because. Station 58, be clear, standing by. So anyway, I'm going to keep an eye on that little storm. Again, there may be a special weather statement go up on that here in just a few minutes. Going to keep an eye on that one. Maybe some hail and gusty winds possible from that. But again, nothing's showing, you know, concerning me enough to say other than some gusty winds. And there is some broad rotation in it, though. I mean, to be honest, there really is. But it's very broad. It's kind of crazy. I know people's been seeing some very odd cloud formations out today. And yeah, that actually looks interesting. Looking a little bit more interesting now on this scan than it did. So there is some broad rotation with that storm. Very interesting, to say the least. So anybody seeing anything near Guntersville hanging down or anything like that? I'm going to try to look on some of the camera networks. I can't bring them up on here, unfortunately, but See if I can see anything. Try to figure out which way this camera is actually beaming. Okay, give me just a second here.
Station 51 checking in.
Of course, the only camera that I have even near that is down. So give me just a second. I'm going to go to the Hayes Camera Network and take a look there. See if there's a camera near that, because I currently don't have any cameras in Guntersville. Okay, we actually do have a camera aiming right at that storm, so let me take a look. So I'm going to take a screenshot. There actually is a little bit of a lowering there, but I'm not seeing anything crazy, just a little bit of a lowering with it. And I'll have to, of course, but yeah, there is a little bit of a lowering with that storm. I do note that, but it looks very unorganized. Okay, I don't want you to do that. Yeah, there's a very, very unorganized lowering there, and it's not, you know, it's very unorganized. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, I wish I could get permission to put these on the live stream. That would be awesome, but they're pretty picky. Last time I put a photo up, I had to put like every single sponsor that sponsor these. I had to put them up just to share it. So it was a headache. I'm like, my gosh. Yeah, very unorganized looking storm. But you can view that storm actually if you go to Hayes Cams, click on the Albertville, Alabama camera. I can't show it to you, but you can go view it yourself. Albertville, Alabama camera, Hayes Cams. Go check it out. There's 6 people looking at it right now. Nothing in the way to me looks incredibly concerning. But the part that I'm watching is actually moving past the camera now, so it's kind of hard to view it. Let's get on back to the radar though, but there's still some rotation there, no doubt. It's definitely there, but it definitely broke up a lot compared to the last scan that we was looking at. And copy that 51. I'm still watching that area rotation. I'm watching it on the Hayes Cam network as well. Nothing really crazy, to be honest. So yeah, if you guys would like to see it yourself, hayescam.com/station/Albertville, which you can just go to Hayes Cams and find it in Albertville. It's pretty easy. But yeah, there's hardly any lightning or anything with this storm, so it's interesting, to say the least. So there will be some hail in it. I'm noting that. We're already seeing some hail with that storm again. There's no warning or nothing on it. I'm just watching it due to the area of rotation with it. That's just broad. Again, it's not anything on the ground or anything like that, but there was a little bit of a lowering with it. Yeah, not my best view in the world here, so let me see if I can find a camera that might be a little bit better. I don't know that we have one. Okay, I've actually got a another camera view that I'm going to take a look at, and can't see really anything due to all the precipitation. So that camera in Fairview is not a good view. See, I've got a camera aimed, I've got the section camera, and it's aimed pretty close to it, but it's still not able to really pick it up very much. Yeah, this storm is literally in between two of my cameras here that I'm trying to view it by. So I'm not able to, well, they're not my cameras, but you know what I'm saying. So yeah, y'all just bear with me. I'm just looking through these cameras. Okay, so I've actually got another view. Take a look at that view. And looks like the mountains are in the way, so I can't really see it. Yeah, visually not seeing nothing, so that's really good. This storm here that I'm watching is, hang on just a second. This storm is actually just to the north of Boaz. I'm sorry, not Boaz, Albertville. Give you an idea here. I know this one is not, and that could be. I am so sorry, guys. I don't know what is going on with my radar here. North of Guntersville. That was my mistake there. North of Guntersville is where this little storm's at. So I'm sorry about that. And it does show some hail in it. All right, nothing concerning now. Yeah, that is completely went away, so that's good. Nothing really concerning now other than some hail with it. So yeah, it did have some broad rotation, but again, now it's showing some hail, so there may be a special weather statement going up on that, because there is some small hail. I'm going to say about nickel size with it. Let me switch over to a second radar. It's a little bit more in depth. No. No. Give me just a second, everybody. Switch that out. This storm is literally kind of east of Union Grove. So yeah, there it is. It does have some hail in it. Special weather statement's probably going to need to go up on that one. Stage 58, I'm seeing some hail in that storm northwest of Guntersville. Was some rotation. There is still some very broad stuff, but nothing, you know, crazy at the moment.
Station 51, copy.
I'm trying to view it from Albertville. I'm not having much luck, to be honest. And the other camera that I've got, or they're not my cameras, but the next camera that is closest to it is just east of Guntersville, aiming toward the mountain, and I just can't really see much for the mountain. But good news is it doesn't look like it's doing much other than some hail, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's some hail in that. The way it looks, I'm surprised there's not a special weather statement on it. So yeah, we're going to keep monitoring this just because it had some weak rotation, but right now it's showing more of a sign for some hail. So again, don't want everybody freaking out. And this thing is it's moving kind of toward Manchester. It's really doing some odd stuff, to be honest. The way it's it's curving in there. That little bit of a curve in is what I'm watching toward Mount Carmel there. It's west of Buck Island Shore, so this thing's actually moving northeast. So it's like it moved north of Guntersville currently toward Holiday Shores and Manchester area. You could get some hail and some gusty winds in there, but just monitoring it due to the way it had a little bit of rotation with it. Because you never know these days. I mean, most meteorologists probably wouldn't take the time of day to watch it, but I guess I'm a little different than everybody else. But yeah, now it's really weakened out a lot. That's good news. Just showing some decent hail in there now. So it looks like around Manchester, Mount Carmel area. There's some gusty winds and definitely going to have some hail in there, some smaller hail. I'm going to say anywhere between probably pea to penny sized hail, maybe a little smaller than that. So it looks like Manchester is going to be very close to where that's going to be going, Mount Carmel area. And now it's pretty much joined up with this main line of storms here, so it's definitely not going to do much of nothing now, unless it tries to get its act back together again, which...
Albertville looks pretty clear. I'm on the ALGO Gov app for the traffic cameras.
All right, yeah, this thing's north of Guntersville. I'm not seeing nothing now, but it was some broad rotation with it. It's joined up with a main line of storms now. It was kind of hanging down there by itself, but now it's combined into a main line of storms. And all that's moving north, and also starting to see some hail show up in this little storm near New Hope. Nothing, severe at the moment with any of this, but it caught my eye because of the rotation it had. But now that rotation is pretty much weakened on out. The hail not showing up anymore either. All right, Thomas and 5. Going to do the chat here. So good news. It's weakened on out. It's joined the main line of storms now, so I'm not really, I wasn't that concerned to begin with, but I was just watching it because of the rotation it had. So just making sure nothing crazy decided to go on there. But there is some hail with these storms and some gusty winds, so keep that in mind. Some very heavy rain, gusty winds with this stuff, maybe even some hail out of it. And we'll keep an eye on things tomorrow just to make sure nothing, decides to act crazy. It looks like Falkville about to get some heavy rain, some wind. Eva getting some heavy rain and wind. Of course, New Hope, Grant, even into Jackson County, Owens Crossroads, going on up toward Huntsville and Madison, Triana, Somerville, Hartselle, Priceville, Decatur. All y'all will be getting some of this activity shortly. But we'll keep an eye on it, though. Nothing severe at this moment. No special weather statements have been issued on it. So just want to keep an eye on it for everybody. So we'll go ahead and get ready to wrap it up here. I'm pretty sure I gave my sponsors their hello for today. So hopefully I did. Let me look at the chat one more time. Eider, everything fine over here at the moment. So we'll keep everybody updated. I'm feeling okay. Thanks for asking. It turns out the bite was a recluse spider. I don't have Lyme disease or nothing like that. So it turns out it was a recluse. And I got to say, I don't want to mess with one of them. Them things are mean. But pressure is currently 28.77. It's 75 degrees out. Again, nothing severe. I was just watching that one storm there, but it's pretty much fizzled out now. Just some heavy rain and some hail. So y'all take care. Have a great evening. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next update. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks again. And I was just thinking, just in case I did not give the shout out to my sponsors because my memory's been bad thanks to my sugar today, I'm going to go ahead and do that again. So y'all forgive me if I've already done it. I can't remember. If you're looking to buy a home, of course, give Mr. Dylan Snyder a call there at 256-979-4330, and you can give him a like on Facebook. And also, if you're needing to buy a vehicle, looking for a new dream car, you can check out RKG Automotive Group on Facebook and give them a call at 256-323-7323. Also, Shappy Land Maintenance, if you need your yard mowed or some maintenance work done around the house, give Mr. Shane Witten a call there. My uncle at 256-601-2608 at Shappy Land Maintenance. So y'all have a good evening, everybody. I'm going to officially get out of here. Take care. We'll see you on the next update.